Hello, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here, and I will be continuing Virtue's Last Reward. I don't know if I'll be going for my full 3 hours this stream. I am not feeling the best, but we will be trying. Let me do some volume adjustments. It seems this always, I don't know why, it always seems to pop back up to 100 whenever I open up the game. But yeah, that was hurting my ears. um, Gosh. I think I'll head to the crew quarters.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
Bro? Alright, okay. That was unexpectedly friendly. I headed out of the infirmary. Where's my... There's my pencil. I know there's like a notepad thing in the game itself, but I prefer just to take actual notes. Easier to look at it and not have to be bouncing back and forth between it. And I probably wouldn't be able to, to write or draw very well on that thing with my mouse. At least not as well as I can with a pencil.
Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Gosh, this is still loud. And let me see, I'll try and boost it on OBS so... Yeah, I was. Vi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret
Or
door
strange.
or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary? Well, there was this poster.
What's this book?
Huh? Oh, that's a book about cats.
A meowt?
Sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, K's reaction would be mine, too. That or I would narrow my eyes and say, Homestuck filth.
That's weird.
I say that as someone who was Homestuck filth, and I know a lot of people will give me shit for that and go like, ugh, but you know what, I had fun with it. I know its flaws better than anyone else, having read the thing. But met a lot of awesome people via it.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh. Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Meowbee?
What?
I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Fi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Aw, Quark.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
he's just trying to help Sigma feel welcome. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyuji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Lunar eclipse. Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is.
Okay. Also,
Well, I can't say I know what year or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
the 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st should be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abduction. We did see that weird scene where he was having flashbacks where it looked like there was an explosion going on what looked like the moon, but since it was in grayscale and it only flashed for a tiny bit, I'm not sure if that's what I saw.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah. We did find something. Just one thing, though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay. I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus. Hello, Firefly. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Hope that you are doing well. Let's see, Radical 6 virus. Well, that's definitely going to be important. The World Health Organization has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
This hits a lot harder during these times. There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've ever heard the term Radical 6.
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Clover's voice shattered the silence.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something! What did you find? It's horrible! It's really scary!
Oh boy. Horrible.
Oh, never mind! Just shut up and follow me! You'll understand when you see it.
Where is it?
It's right over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Clover was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. Oh dear. That, what the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
Bomb? No way!
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
There it is! Yep, okay. I did not see incorrectly. Of course! It was the same palm I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody. No, it's all right.
You kind of forgot to mention this aspect of the game, Zero.
Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
But also, when did that get placed? Did we just... I mean, I guess we never got the opportunity to look beneath. That wasn't an option given to us. But I feel like that's something that everyone would have noticed if it was there. So it must have been placed between the time we finished with the first doors and after we finished the probably while we were doing the trust game or whatever it is. I forget what they call it here in the AB rooms. No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There. You see?
For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or a switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
Me. And Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here, then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my train...
Uh-huh. During your train? Oh, Clover?
Clover!
Yeah? No, go on, go on. Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
Huh. The hell have
What
you
kind of occupation do you
gotten
have?
yourselves into?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well,
Your
your name
name?
is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah? Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
And everyone's just tossing the ball. Fi nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles.
Nah, you a fan of Fi? She's very cute so far. I'm very intrigued by what her story is.
The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right?
Oh
Kind of
boy.
like complete opposites?
Oh no. Do we want to hear this this version of the explanation?
What happens when you put them together?
I don't know, like chill and play video games?
Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they'd disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming.
I know! A baby! Haha!
And there's nothing more terrifying than that.
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
Damn, did you just do that math on your head? 63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
Lord in heaven.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
Still a lot.
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
That's a very, very good question.
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Well, I couldn't tell what that was. I thought it was just some odd design.
If the bombs are numbered,
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
There could be 9.
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Well, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now. Until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the
Look
bomb.
again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right?
Nope.
So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, since we were kind of just gathering our wool in the main room.
Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. And lots of people aren't too keen to hear that. Understandably. Hey! Why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You've got to be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyuji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past 0.
I mean, maybe... I'm pretty sure it is gonna be one of us, just because that's how the narrative usually goes in games. But we don't know anything about Zero. He could have easily just let someone in to fuck with us.
And there's no way 0 would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward.
Could be part of it. Again, pretty sure it is someone here. Just because that's how these games usually go, but I don't know, I feel there are some leaps in logic being made here, assuming she's not the one who's directing the conversation.
What?
When you say 0, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real 0, the one behind all of this, as 0 Senior. Which would, of course, make the AI 0 Junior.
Okay. Fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in, there's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Pie and Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Tenmyuji? Phi? Or... It seemed insane, but... Could it have been Quark? No. Why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No. It didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no! This is bad.
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet.
Ah, shit. Is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright, come on everyone.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
So our options this time around are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
Phi laid out our options. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover to go through the green door. Tenmyuji and Dio pair up with Alice to open the red door. Kay and Quark pair up with Phi to open the blue door. Okay. Option B, Luna and I pair up with Phi to open the red door. Tenmyuji and Dio pair up with Clover to open the blue door. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice to open the green door. Option C, Luna and I pair up with Alice to open the blue door. Tenmyuji and Dio pair up with Phi to open the green door. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover to open the red door. Okay.
Three minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay. How are we going to do this?
We need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most what?
The people who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would be me, you, and Tenmyuji.
No way. I refuse.
Well, then what would you suggest?
We'll be fair and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Okay. So, this is kind of funny because, as I mentioned last stream, I'm just gonna be pretty much allying every time, even though I am at a disadvantage now. So, and Alice has already betrayed us once. And that's why this is titled what it is. So, yeah, I'm most curious about Alice since she's the remaining mystery from the first game. So we'll see if she betrays us again. The only one who will die in that case would be Luna, so I'm very curious to see if the game would continue. But of course, that's assuming if she betrays us again. She might feel that since we've already allied once, maybe we're safe, but then again, she might also be like, well, since I fucked him over before, he's probably gonna fuck me over. But then again, if she believes that we're going to betray, then she probably wouldn't want to ally with us because then she wouldn't get anything, but maybe she feels like... Yeah. I was gonna say maybe she feels like Luna would ally, but... would force us to. Oh, whatever. I'm down with. Or Sigma's gonna say fuck it and not let us choose her. I mean, you know, that's fair. Tough, pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So, option B then. I'd like to go with Phi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure. I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
So 2 votes for A, 3 votes for B and C. If Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing, we're gonna have to figure out something else.
Which one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C had won 4 votes. We were almost out of time, and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I was going to have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, Luna, hurry up! We've got to get to the blue door.
Right.
Luna, Alice, and I dashed towards the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door. And Phi, Dio, and Tenmyuji had gone to the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Huh? There's 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over there.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
Hey, what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
I mean, Alice. I think he deserves it. I think he deserves to be mad. Especially now, since all the characters have caught up to the knowledge that, yeah, probably gonna die if your AB meter reaches 0. Of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please?
Ugh.
Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
One of the doors opened.
But only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Who cares? We should get moving.
Oh! Well, this is nice looking. What is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside. Looking at the hexagonal pattern, I'm gonna assume that's...
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah. I remember the door said bee garden or something. What's a bee garden?
It probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Huh. Somehow I doubt it's that.
This feels like a whole other little world.
It really does. Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's understanding. Still trapped and all, but after all the dismal areas that we have been in, that would probably feel claustrophobic to a lot of people. Yeah, this would be a nice change of pace.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn. Well, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. Seek way out. Alright. I think there's something here, but I can't really tell.
What a nice stream. It's too bad there aren't any fish.
A waterfall runs down the rocks that go along the wall. What is that? Maybe I should go take a... Maybe I should take a closer look. We're going to have to cross the water to get over there.
Please be careful. If you slip, you could fall into the stream.
Clicking the blue arrow will move you from the current area to the adjacent one. Alright, let's just make sure we've clicked everything here. A large Japanese Zelkova tree. There's a sky, but we're indoors. I think the ceiling dome is made up of a bunch of hexagonal screens. They're playing a video that looks like the sky. Then that means it won't even rain or get stormy or anything, huh? Probably not, although I imagine they have some kind of system in place to water the plants. Sounds pretty boring. What is this? We've got something with 3 buttons. There are 3 red buttons on the panel. I pushed them, but nothing happened.
Do you think they're broken?
Maybe you just need to press them in a specific order.
Do you think maybe the order is written down somewhere?
Metal rod. A metal shaft. The tip has an octagonal hole.
It looks like some kind of wrench.
Hello, Leaf. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. We just entered right now.
Wow, they even made a waterfall.
Oh, hold on. Doesn't it look like there's something built into the rock wall behind the waterfall? Yeah, the walkway goes under it, doesn't it? I wonder what's back there. It looks like there's something built into a rock wall behind the waterfall. We can't get to it though. Alright, so I'm going to assume that machine gets rid of the waterfall, makes it stop. Large shovel.
A steel-colored shovel. It's not rusty at all. Maybe keeping it in the shed kept it from rusting.
This had to be for digging stuff up. I can't think of any other use for it. Oh, no, not what I meant to do. A large shovel. Huh? There's something next to my foot. I almost missed that. A bronze key. A small copper key. Probably goes in a keyhole. I mean, what else do you do with a key? What? Look, Luna, it's Sigma's house.
Is that true, Sigma? Is this shed your house? You must be going through a rough time.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered with responding to that either, Sigma. Alright, let's try digging here. Box with bronze lid. Hey, it's a box with a copper lid. Looks like it's locked. Torn scrap of paper. The piece of paper I got out of the copper box. One edge is rough, like it was torn. Alright. Do we still have... Yeah, we still have the shovel, which means we'll probably be doing some more digging. Shroom! That's a ways away. I don't think we turned. Ooh. Alright, so there's our safe. There's a circular indentation in this panel.
And there are 2 fan-shaped holes in it.
Look carefully. Those fans are connected. It looks like a butterfly. A red spotted mushroom. I think I'll try digging here. Box with a silver lid. This box has a silver lid. Can't get it open. Wait, is that... Maybe I should take a closer look. Aren't you guys tired? Why don't we rest on this bench for a while? The water from the waterfall splashes all over it, though.
If we sit here, won't, our butts get wet?
Damn it. I've been made. What? I don't understand. The stream that flows through the garden. It's just a flower pot. Oh, okay, I think I get it. Though that's a weird way to phrase it. It's just a flower pot. There's nothing special about it at all.
Wait! Don't people usually hide their keys, their house keys under a flower pot or in the mailbox?
They do?
Just trust me. I'm sure there's something under there.
Silver key. Well, 2 pieces of paper make this. But it looks like there's still a piece missing. There are some vines with cucumbers growing on them, hanging off of the frame. Hey, it's a paprika.
No, that's a pepper. Probably a bell pepper. Paprika is what you call the spice you make from them.
Oh. Huh. Why is it split in half?
I'm not sure. Wait, is there something in there?
Oh yeah. Let me take a look. Yellow coin. Beef says technically Sigma's not wrong. In Hungarian, peppers are paprika. The more you know. I didn't think a colored coin could be made of metal.
You can get lots of different colored coins by using different alloys. I saw a 5-cent coin made from brass once, and a 10-cent coin made from bronze. I've seen people using a metal detector to search for coins on those shows where they hunt for treasure.
Yeah, I guess if coins are metal, that would make sense. Do you think there might be coins in the tomatoes too?
Maybe, but there are an awful lot of them, and they all look the same.
If only we had a way to tell which tomato had a coin in it. Looks like someone planted some onions here.
Do you think there might be a coin in one of them?
How can we figure out which one of these onions has the coin in it? Cucumber, cucumber. Nah. I'm not gonna like this interaction, am I?
These cucumbers are so long. Do you think there might be a coin in one of them?
Maybe we should just go through one by one and bite into them.
That's not a good idea. There's got to be something else we could use to make it easier.
Alright, that was nowhere near as bad as I was dreading it was gonna be, considering some conversations we've had.
You're going to dig up the skunk cabbage? Poor thing. It's never done anything to you.
Don't worry, I'll replant it when we're done. Box with gold lid. It looks like the soil was disturbed recently. I wonder how that happened.
Oh.
It looks like there's some kind of tile mosaic on the bottom of the pond. A lion. Yeah, looks like a lion, alright. Looks like there's just enough room for 2 on this bench.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, no reason. Piece of metal. I made this by combining some things I'd found. It looks like some kind of handle. And this looks like somebody just tore the handle off a door.
If you put the butterfly end into something, you could probably use it just like the handle. Just like a handle.
A metal scale. And there's a plate on each side. On the right plate is the gold key. This piece of paper has 7 red dots on it, and an arrow running down the left ledge. Okay. Down. Okay. Maybe we're supposed to read this in the direction of the arrow. It looks like the dots are all either in the middle, on the left, or on the right. And on the left plate, a small knife.
This looks like a paring knife.
What's that?
It's a knife you use for small, delicate work, like deveining shrimp. But you can use it to cut up pretty much anything.
That's awesome. You know all about cooking and stuff. I bet Alice just cuts things with her bare hands. I guess it's time I showed you how good I am at cooking things. I think I'll start by cooking you. Sorry.
Is that a Japanese zelkova? They can grow to over 20 meters, so this one is probably still pretty young.
Does that mean it'll break through the ceiling eventually? Then maybe we can use it to escape. Sure, Sigma. Hey, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, I know, because it's idiotic. This is...
It looks like a tombstone.
So the people buried here are Mr. Fui and Mrs. Eagle Iris.
What?
Well, that's what it says. Okay, grave. Fui, Eagle, Iris. That's an epitaph. Something that they feel represents them, or just perhaps a phrase they liked. What does it mean? Beats me. Well, we've got 2 and ego there. And that could be Eris. Tufui. You want I am? Did you see this? It looks like there's a keyhole down here near the bottom. I'm just relating it to my Spanish. You're right. Oops. Alright. Well, we can probably use this... Wait. Metal detector. Well, that'll help. Very convenient. Did not expect to find that so soon. We'll go back to the fruit, but first let's just... Wait. Oh, okay. That was just to return this way.
Oh, the metal detector seems to be responding to this tomato.
Alright, grab it.
Okay.
Did it react to any of the others?
No, just this one. Here you go. Oh, this one! It's reacting to this onion.
Alright, let's dig it up. This was the only one that got a reaction, right?
Oh, look, the metal detector is reacting to this one.
Okay, can you grab that one then?
Right.
Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The handle fits perfectly into the hole on the wall. Good. Now try turning it. Oh, that's nice. When I turned the handle, it got dark.
It looks like the light up there went down.
Maybe that light was a sort of surrogate sun. If that's the case, it didn't just get dark. It became nighttime.
So the gardens need nighttime.
I guess so. Or maybe there's some hidden meaning in switching from night to day. Let's go see if anything's changed now that it's dark.
If we want it to be afternoon again, all we have to do is turn the handle, right?
Ah. So we've got a purple star. Hey, look at that. Are these stars?
Maybe the idea was that when night falls, the stars come out.
Purple, blue, yellow, green, and red. The stars showed up once night fell. I wonder if there's some significance to that. You say anything on the different colors? This one's blue. I feel like I could just reach out and grab it. How romantic. Well, I am a woman. It looks a little large for me to carry, though. So far, I found one star. Oh. I guess we have to click them individually. This star is purple. It's so small and cute. So far, I've found 2 stars. This star is yellow. The size, shape, and color are exactly what I'd expect from a star. I guess you could say this is a typical star. I would say it's mid-sized. Okay. Let me write this. Small. That one was big. This one was mid. There's not gonna be like a sneaky one behind the bench, is there? Huh. This star looks pretty green. That's a pretty small star. I'm impressed you even saw it. So far, I've found 4 stars. And that's super small. That star is definitely red. The light is right underneath it. This is a pretty big star. Alright, so let's go here and then turn around. Actually, I don't think we looked at this. It's really dark. I can barely see. Yeah, I don't think we looked at that, so we need to turn the lights back on. Okay, yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I'm not seeing any hidden ones. Okay. Let's go turn the lights back on so we can read that sign. Turning the handle back made the room bright again. The light that went down when you turned the night on came back up.
So now the sun is out and it's gone from night to afternoon.
Okay. Oh, that's just telling us... Oh, okay. A bird's eye view of the garden. It's kind of like a map. What's that on the right? Looks like a box.
I think it's a treasure chest.
It's connected to the drawing above it, see? Okay, yeah, we had already gotten all that. Maybe we use the... Can we use the coins on this?
This is a balance scale. You can use it to weigh things. It can help you tell if things that look similar have different weights.
Like those 4 coins, for instance. Drag the coins to place them on the plate. You can press the check button on the scale to compare the weights of the coins placed on it.
Once you've finished weighing them, press the reset button. Okay, so yellow and green are the same. Oh wait, no they're not. Okay. So green is heavier than yellow. And yellow is heavier than white. Yellow is heavier than red. All right. So it should be green, yellow, white, red. What? They just flew everywhere.
Do you think it's broken?
Let's see. Oh, I get it. If you use the scale more than 5 times, it triggers the spring, which makes the whole thing shake.
It'll do the same thing if you stop using it before you've reached 5 times. Oh, right. We need to pick up all the coins.
Well, now I've got the coins. Okay. But I don't know, I thought it would have told me more if... Oh. I thought I was just supposed to figure out the weights. So I've got to balance it, I assume. So green, yellow, white, red. I guess you'd want to put green, the ones maybe green with red and yellow with white. It's a little hard to tell since we don't like have actual numbers. That's gonna be my guess, but let's just look around, see if there's any information that we're missing. 'Cause we've still got this. And we've still got the buttons. And we've got this key. So let's see if there's anything we can get from buttons. It said we have to push them in a specific order. I haven't... Okay. So I'm gonna assume this is it. Which means, let's see... Left, right,
right, left, middle, middle, and okay. The waterfall stopped.
I guess that was the waterfall control panel.
Aha. Okay. So let's see. The one that's least should go all the way on the left. So what's that noise?
It sound.
Oh, it sounded like something unlocking. I guess it wasn't just a panel. It was actually a door.
And there's a screen inside of it.
Huh. It's showing 9 stars. And the stars are white, blue, orange, green, red, black, purple, blue, and yellow. Okay.
What are we supposed to do with them?
Well, why don't you try touching them? Press the star buttons in the correct order. Oh, okay. The order of the stars was purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Awesome! Solved it!
Good work!
Look at the screen. Turned green. Okay, so look under the green star. That's one way to look at it, so then order in order of size. Huh. Wait, this is
The safe password.
So the smallest one was green, then purple, then yellow, then blue. Oh, did I get that wrong?
What's wrong? I thought you already solved this one.
Yeah, but I have a feeling there's something more to it. Green, purple, yellow, blue, red. Thought so.
You did it.
Hey, check out the screen. Okay. And then... Whoa, what's going on? The screen changed. It's starting to get messy. Huh. Was that it? Thought there were usually 3. Okay, I guess we must find the 3rd one somewhere else. Okay.
This is a safe, right?
It looks like one at least. There was a safe that looked like this in the crew quarters too. Let's see if we can get it open. That was the second one we found, right? Yes! It opened.
You did it.
Good job, Sigma. Secret tab in the archives.
Oh. Huh. These look a little familiar. Hey, Alice! Does this file look familiar to— is there anything in this file that kind of, even outright says her name? Ice 9 is a special form of water with a melting point of 36 degrees Celsius. In other words, it freezes at room temperature. The idea of Ice 9 was originally put forth by the American science fiction author Kurt Vonnegut. His version of Ice 9 has a melting point of 45.8 degrees Celsius. From Cat's Cradle. There is a rumor that says all the water in Alice's body is actually Ice 9. Who knows whether it's true or not, but if it is, then she has to always keep her body temperature above 36 degrees Celsius. This refers to Gentaro Hongo. He was one of the characters who appeared in 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Door. He was the person who supervised the kidnapping of the children who participated in the Nonary Games in 2018. He is the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals and a devoted follower of Free the Soul. Morphogenetic field theory. The theory holds that there is a sort of field where the formed structures, patterns, etc. of everything in reality are stored. This includes abstract things like language, song, thoughts, inspiration, culture, customs, and ideas. Any information contained, transmitted, or created by matter is held in the morphogenetic field. In the Zero Escape series, people who can communicate by accessing this field are known as espers. If morphogenetic field theory is true, however, then it would mean that, in a sense, all humans are espers of a sort. Immunoglobulin is an important part of the body's defense against viruses, bacteria, and other invaders. It identifies and neutralizes certain threats. The Ig replicator found in the lab gets its name from immunoglobulin.
integer factorization. Factorization is the process of reducing a number to a series of numbers that, when multiplied together, give the original number. When taken to its logical conclusion, this will yield a list of prime numbers. For the purposes of factorization, 1 is not considered a prime. I mean, isn't that true generally? Examples of prime factorization. 210 equals 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. 2, 3, 5, 7, and 107 can only be divided by themselves or 1, which makes them primes. A relatively known Latin phrase, oh, this is hard to read against this background. It might look like it's talking about a pair of sexy toaster waffles, but it actually means something like what you are, I was, what I am, you will be. Sometimes used as an epitaph, the implication is that the person in question was once alive like the reader, but that the reader will someday also be dead. A little ominous, I guess. The Special Office of Internal Security, or SOIS, is an elite intelligence organization under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. They investigate potentially disruptive or dangerous elements such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state of citizenry. Their stated purpose is to maintain peace, but their charter authorizes them to arrest, detain, or even kill. Scary. Does this file look interesting to you, Alice? No? I don't know why I thought so. Whoa, it opened again.
Is there something inside? There's a lot of stuff in here.
Let's have a look at it then.
First off,
this looks like a map.
on the upper left it says Floor B.
The map we found in the crew quarters said Floor A.
So A is on the top and B is the bottom floor. I mean, I know we took an elevator down to get here, so...
Right.
Let's keep going. There are more things in the safe. This is...
Yeah, the medicine's hitting me. So I think I'll try another 30 minutes before I have to just disintegrate. The key card. It has a moon on it. That means... Yeah, this is the moon card that the announcement was talking about.
There's 2 of them in here, just like with the sun card.
You should take one, Alice. Why? Well, you're a solo. Luna and I'll take one, and you take the other one. Right. Thanks. So, what have we got next?
It looks like a piece of paper.
Nevada test site. Rhizome 9. What is this? Some kind of diagram.
It doesn't make any sense. I wonder what it is.
Oh well, just forget about it for now. We can always come back to it later. There's 2 more things in here. What's this?
It looks like a note.
It says Ig equals immunoglobulin. What's immunoglobulin? My tongue keeps wanting to trip over that.
It's another word for an antibody.
You mean like the things in your body that fights off bacteria and viruses and stuff?
Yes.
So, what is this supposed to tell us?
Honestly, I have no idea.
The only thing left is this key. That must be the key to the exit.
Yes, I think you're right. We should be able to use it to open the door.
This is the key from the safe. I can use it to open the exit door. Awesome! What are we waiting for? This is lock on it, so it's probably locked for this door. Alright, let's open this door. Yes, let's.
Please do.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. No sooner had we stepped out of the garden than I saw the 3 people I'd watched leave through the green door some time earlier. Whoa! These are a lot shorter than the puzzles from the first game, because usually each door had about 3 different 2 or 3 rooms. Is this game shorter than the first? What are you guys doing here?
We ought to be asking you the same thing.
Yes and no.
How do you get here?
Sigma, hand me the map.
Map? Oh, right. I dug the map out of my pocket and spread it out in front of me. Leaf says the puzzles are shorter this time around, but the game is longer and that there's more requirements to get the true ending. Okay. Okay. I dug the map out of my pocket and spread it out in front of us.
You 3 came in through the blue door, right?
Yeah.
And which room did you go into?
This fan-shaped one. It's called the Bee Garden.
Bee garden?
It's this big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can see it for yourself later, alright?
What about you guys?
Well, after we went through the green door, we ended up in the treatment center.
And then we met up. Treatment center doesn't sound particularly pleasant. Right here.
So, what's the treatment center? It sounds a lot like the infirmary.
You want to have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited. So?
Sure, let's have a look. After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in the treatment center. What are those?
They're why this is called a treatment center. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa, that's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Hey,
Uh,
you want to start something, lady?
these people. Much like the first, just saying shit for the sake of saying shit. Hello, Zuni. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming.
Calm down now, son. You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
Huh? Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function. I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait. Did you say cold sleep? That's where they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time.
Yeah?
According to some records we found in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
3 people? Who?
You mean 3 of us were...
We don't know. All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It records them thawing out, getting up. And that's it.
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
What? Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice. Am I wrong?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Is he on to her? Are we gonna learn something?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal water. It's something called Ice 9. It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8. No fancy machine needed.
Where on earth did you hear that?
From Clover.
Clover?
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
It's just a prank, bro.
What's so funny?
Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? Clover was messing with you. That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke.
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. At some point in the past, someone found the frozen, mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as all ice, which eventually became simply Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move. And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her. I mean, really, how could anyone believe something so ridiculous? The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
But why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
It can't just be because your name's Alice. There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face and how you look?
Well, it is true that I am both beautiful and elegant. Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me once. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? I said. When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry for them. So I told them something. If you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice. But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on. I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though. Even if she was just messing with you, it seems a little out of left field.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Maybe she wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah. I could see her doing something like that.
He seems unconvinced.
Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful. We should go see if the other team has returned to the warehouse yet.
At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. I don't know, Zuni. I've been trying not to think about it. It looks so uncomfortable. Well, part of that could be considered clothing. I don't know if all of it can be. This is...
It looks like another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey, look!
3 more doors.
They're all glowing white. You think?
These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look. They've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors. So the next set of doors are... white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
We definitely need to tell the others about this.
With Leaf just calling it clothing, I'm just like, what if it's just one of those t-shirts that just has the fake boobs printed on it? And the collar. It actually is just a t-shirt. You know what? I'm gonna choose to believe that, and she's just fucking with everyone. Right. Let's head back to floor A. Warehouse A.
Oh, thank goodness. You finally returned.
Leaf says, I'm so glad the third game wasn't made explicitly to gain Japanese attention, so the designs are relatively normal. Because the whole reason Alice and Clover looked that way is because 999 did poorly in Japan due to it not being a dating game / e-game. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that before, and that's why Lotus was also dressed very weirdly in the first game.
I was beginning to get anxious.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see. He
What? What happened to Quark?
collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Leaf says, so they ramped up the sexualization of the characters to hope the Japanese market would come around for the second game. Such a shame. Tenmyuji shoved Kei aside and left through the yellow door. It's like, I mean, it's perfectly fine, you know, to have characters that are sexy, but it's very clear when they do sexy to be pandering, which is in this case, and when they do sexy just because, you know, they know how to make good designs. Or I'm not sure if pandering is the right word. Because I wouldn't even explicitly say that pandering is bad. I mean, I guess you can just tell when designs are meant to sort of devalue the character and when they are just good designs. Titillate, yes. That's a good word. Tenmyuji shoved Kei aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after them. And you know, I mean, if the purpose of a game is to be like Arrow or something, then you know what, fine, do all the titillating designs you want, but when a game is supposed to be story-focused, yeah, designs like the ones that Clover and Alice have just feel out of place. Because I'm just thinking about metal pressing constantly against my the delicates, and I'm like, oh god, no. And if she walks around, it'd be constantly chafing her.
Come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyuji grabbed Quark's shoulder and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
Sure,
This
Dio.
is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with him.
Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna.
Luna?
That's right. But remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but...
You have to to take a look at him then. Please. Quark needs your help.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Oh no, nipple piercings. Ugh. No, that's bad in them on their own. I'm like, oh no. No, I would never want that. But to think that then they'd be attached to something that heavy looking. Ugh.
I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So that thing can tell us what's wrong with Quark.
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds, his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh boy, is it the one we read about?
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
Yes. He's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean.
Yeah. I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Fi and I heard about it from Luna.
Leaf. Okay, time to scan everyone for it, right? Right? I mean, they're going to handle it the same way they handled the Ninth Man's bracelet, which they totally took from the get-go, right? Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. I'd stayed behind after the AB game, and they all had split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like one way or another, everyone had heard about Radical 6.
No. He can't... How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we can do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelivir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Theo's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
No, nothing like medicine. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory. There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine, but nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Oh, God. Then he's going to... Oh, God, no.
Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you're sure it wasn't there? Can we freeze him? To delay?
No, there was nothing even remotely like it. You went there too, didn't you? The only thing in the treatment center are those treatment pods.
Treatment pods. That's it! If we put Quark in one of those pods... For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
Whoa.
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this.
Oh boy. Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight into his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Pretty tough for a kid. Hey, guys. I could use a hand here.
Yeah. Right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Tenmuji! What the hell are you doing? Get over here! Tenmuji! Can you even hear me?
Oh, right.
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please, you have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey, somebody get the scalpel away from him. Good. Thanks, whoever that was. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Super Beta.
Ugh.
Soparil?
That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets.
Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right. No! Stop! Stop!
Ooh. And with that, I think I'll have to go ahead and end it right there. Honestly, I went a little bit longer than I thought I would be able to, but I am nodding off. That did wake me up a tiny bit. Huh. I'm going to have to let this vegetate. If we're using a lot of the same... If we're using a lot of the same pseudoscience from the first game, like, the very first thing that entered my mind was that someone other than him had crossed the morphogenetic field and gotten into his body somehow. Like, the thoughts. And maybe those thoughts overpowered Quark. I don't know. I haven't had an opportunity to, like, review any of the VODs of either this game or the last. So that might have no foundation, and there's probably something very obvious that I'm forgetting. It's like, nah, that's not it. But that's just a thought that entered my cursed brain. But yes, thank you all so very much for joining me. If Quark is a soul or mind that stole a body, that sure is a thing. We'll just have to see. Things are indeed welding. But yeah, thank you all so very much for... I'm glad you're enjoying Leaf. I'll probably try to find some time. 'Cause that's the thing. You know, I just go on with the rest of my week, being like, alright, now I need to prepare for this. Alright, now I need to prepare for this. That by the time I remember, oh right, I should have reviewed that. It's like, oh, Wednesday again. And that goes for all the games I play, not just this. But for the rest of this week, this Friday, it will be Genshin Impact here on YouTube at 8 p.m. EST. Then on Saturday, over on Twitch at 8 p.m. EST, we will be continuing reading the Animorph book series, which is something we're doing to raise money for the Trevor Project. We will be starting the Hork-Bajir Chronicles. And then we roll over back to Twitch Monday, 8 p.m. EST with Ender Lilies. And then once again, Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST here for more Virtue's Last Reward. Hope that you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo!